All right, so the Blue Devils coming off last week's loss to Spackenkill. Looking to get back on a winning track here.
Hopefully. We're doing good this season, right?
Yes, they've been doing very well. They've had a couple tough losses. They've lost twice to Spackenkill. The one was a heartbreaker at the buzzer. Oh, that's going to be a backcourt violation.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That's a backcourt violation. Once the ball comes over half court, it cannot go back on the other side of it by the offensive team. But yeah, it was a little bit of a blowout, I guess, the last game against Spackenkill. They lost, I think, by 25. But the game we covered here, they had the game won. They were up by a point, and as the clock ran out,
that one was crazy.
Yeah, guy got a rebound and put it back in for Spackenkill.
Those ones are fun to watch, though.
Yeah, that's Van Matra for the first 2 points of the game on the turnover. As another turnover here. All right, who's got the ball?
Now Matthew.
Huh?
What's his name?
Number 14. That's a 3% you don't know?
Yes, Alan.
Alan Ebrick or Alan Ibrick?
Yeah. There's like two people that I don't know.
All right, so tell me who's on the court now.
We've got Marcus. I don't know about last names. Like we got Jason, we got Alan, Christian Jackson, Devon, Matthew.
Okay. Yep. It's Jason Kinsey. Sister Mariah had the game last night where they beat Pine Plains, the girls varsity. And girls varsity will be back in action this coming Friday, along with what's else happening Friday and Saturday?
Frozen Junior.
Yes. Tell everybody, tell all the viewers out there about it.
I don't know much about it, but I have seen some of the set, like the behind the scenes, which looks pretty cool.
Well, we all know the show Frozen, right? You guys grew up to that.
Yeah.
So we know it's going to be based on. I can't remember her name. What was the star of the show? Of the show Frozen. What's her?
Elsa.
Elsa. That's
Elsa and Anna, the sisters.
Yep. So I'm sure it's going to be based on that. But that's happening. That's a junior high school production happening Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. As Douglas makes one of two free throws, and the Blue Devils are up 3-0. They're going to call a travel there as the Webutuck player turned right into the defense and took a couple steps. They got like a paisley, like a preppy kind of design on the side of their uniform. That's different.
Yeah, I like the green.
Yeah, nice forest green, nice dark green color. So right there, Kinsey tried what they call their thread the needle. He tried to throw that ball through everyone's missed hands, but it got deflected. But when you try to throw something through somebody that narrow, it's very unlikely it gets through.
Yeah, especially that many people.
Just like threading a needle. Have you ever threaded a needle?
I always use the little thing that helps you.
Okay.
The little wire thing. Because otherwise I can never do it.
Yeah, I grew up having the thread needles, helping my mom do it, and hold the needle and trying to get she was old like me now, and like my eyes, like you see I got some cheap reader glasses here. So when her eyes started going, I had the good eyes, and she's like, can you thread this for me?
Sometimes I can't even see with my glasses.
Great pass there from Kinsey to Douglas there, and the Blue Devils take a 5-0 lead. Going to be a foul on Kinsey reaching in. See, it doesn't help Webutuck right now that they have the same color uniforms as Spackenkill. They're dark green too. So after they suffered such a big loss last week, they probably see green and like I really want to exact revenge.
Yeah, they got the pent up anger.
Yeah, another steal. And Matcha puts it up, no good. Back to great tip in by Jackson.
He made that look really easy.
Yeah. I'm going to call a traveler on Webutuck as he started running with the ball before he dribbled. This looks like it might become a blowout really quick.
Yeah.
As the Webutuck substitution, number 11 in the game for number 14. Let's see, do we have number 11 here? Probably over here. Number 11, that was Quazon Wiggins. Newly in the game for Webutuck.
Their coach has a very fun last name.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you try to say it.
Lassa Panera.
I'll go with it. Go ahead. We'll go with that.
Sounds like it could be a pasta.
Yeah. Now you're getting me hungry now. Now I gotta have to check out the concession stand at halftime. And with one leg, it's hard to get out there with the other one in the cast right now. Oh, missed shot there, partially blocked by Jackson.
Yeah, I know. I watched you get up these stairs, and I was like, oh my goodness, your little cast.
Yeah, don't tell my doctor or my wife. Webutuck unable to score. 3-and nice steal there, though. My Webutuck. Kinsey steals it right back, though, and he's going to have a wide open lane to 2 more points. And it is a 9-0 lead now. Almost halfway through the first quarter.
I've got good hopes for this game.
Yeah, I do too.
Ooh.
Unable to handle that pass there, number 5 for Webutuck. And it went out, it looked like off one of our cheerleaders' legs.
Yeah, it's always scary to be on that front row.
Yeah, my youngest daughter plays basketball for Kingston High School.
Oh, really?
And I go to her games, and since I got the cast on, I make sure I sit up as high as I can. My butt will reach onto the stand, so I sit like in the 3rd row, just so I don't have that interaction with the ball coming out of the house. Because
yeah, a ball to your leg does not sound very good
exactly.
right now.
So you got to think about that. Front row seats sound like fun until you get ran into by a player running full speed.
I can't imagine when people go to the NBA games
Yeah.
and they sit right there. Those balls are going so fast. Those players are going so fast.
Yes, they are. And when you see how big those players are.
That would be so scary.
Player like Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1", 350 pounds, running full speed at you to save a ball. It's like.
He made that.
Yes, he did. It's 10-0. He's 2 for 2 for Kinsey.
Oh.
Webutuck pushes it up. Looks like elbow jumper, no good. Off right. Van Matra for 2 more. And it is a 13-0 lead now with just over 3 minutes to go here. Nice finish by Ebrick there. Alan Ebrick, number 14.
And another.
All right, this is quickly got to be a blowout. I think Coach Bonnet's going to have him lay off here a little bit now. 17-0. It's
just the first quarter too.
Yeah, like right there though. I mean, can't see. Oh, missed the layup. See, that's
so
right
close.
there. If I was Jason, I would have pulled that out only because Coach Bonnet's is. I understand you want to be aggressive, but I think they know they have this game in hand right now.
Yeah.
And then he missed the layup, so we want to. You always want to make those. Another steal.
Back at it.
And that was good by Webutuck right there. Number 50 could have tried to foul him there or tried to, maybe with frustration. He didn't. He just tried to hustle down and get in front of it. That was good sportsmanship there by number 50. But I've seen
a lot of good sportsmanship. That JV game, everybody was falling and they were helping each other up.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing that makes the game not fun is bad sportsmanship.
Exactly. Again, you never want to, you're always at some point, usually just about everybody, at some point in your life, you're on a losing end of something.
Yeah.
And you never want to be demoralized by it. You know what I mean? So you always want to, when you're good enough to be that good to dominate a game, you also want to show some character by.
Don't want to have a big ego.
Yeah. I see some scores like out in the Midwest. You'll see games like 102-4. It's like, really? It's like, why did you let them score 102 points? You know, it's like. I know some states that put rules, like especially in high school, where if you get up by a certain number of points, you can't press anymore, or you know what I mean.
I played field hockey, and I remember one game we were like 8-0. My coach was like, "No, there's no more scoring, guys. Just keep it in the middle.
Yeah.
Let them maybe get a couple points to make them feel better."
Exactly.
Because that 0 score really sucks.
It does.
Can Webutuck make it? Yup.
Who was that?
It was number 11. That is.
Who?
Quazon Wiggins.
Oh, that was Quazon. Okay, first bucket for Webutuck. There you go. I'm sorry. I was trying to a little screw coming loose in my glasses here. I was trying to use my fingernail as a screwdriver. It wasn't working though.
That happens. I go to the band room and I use the screwdriver for the instruments.
That'll work. Yeah, I have them in the TV studio also for some of the smaller equipment.
Yeah. Oh. Was that the threading the needle?
Yes.
Right.
That was another try right there, and it didn't work. See, he missed the pin. We're at the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. So a game like this, if it keeps going this way, I hope it stays the way it is, where there's not much fouling. Oh, off the glass. That was number 5.
Hunter Brayette.
What year is he?
He's in 11th grade.
All right. It's Javen McComb there. Gets it to who's number 15?
Jay.
Jay?
Yeah, Jay Velez.
Jay Velez, okay. He was a little short on that 3, but it looked pretty good. Had a good line of sight here from right in front of me. Shot clock is turned off. Ball's deflected out of bounds. Webutuck will retain possession. Push it up.
Oh
and
my goodness.
All right, who blocked that? Douglas or McComb? I don't know.
I think it was Douglas.
Yeah. Well, ooh. I think they were both licking their chops for that one. They were setting that one up.
They were not letting that get through.
No. And Douglas with another rebound at just before the buzzer. And at the end of one quarter, it's the Blue Devils dominant, 21-5 over Webutuck, as we see. Looks like some repair going up to the rim here. Halftime. I'm sorry, not halftime. The end of the quarter. It's the quarter. That's Joey Pensabini up there. Looks like he's putting a bolt back in the rim. Looks like a screw may have come loose at the breakaway rim at some point, either in the JV game or in that first quarter.
I've never seen that.
Well, I don't see any rim rockers out here on either team that are going to go up and dunk the ball and, like, rattle the rim like that. So I don't think we have much to worry about when it comes to. But you never want to see a failed piece of equipment. See the rim start to hang sideways.
That would be so scary if you were going in to shoot and all of a sudden the rim is just no longer there. It starts coming at you.
Well, I remember when I was growing up, there were guys in the NBA that could break backboards pretty much any time they wanted to. I mean, they didn't do it a lot, but they go up and break a back. And they're not just the rim; they could break the backboard.
Yeah, like all the glass and everything. I've seen some videos.
Yep. Darryl Dawkins, they called him Chocolate Thunder.
Oh my God, that's me. Oh wait.
Oh my God, that's me. All right, so who you got in the game now?
We have Jason, Matthew, there's Javen, and that is Tristan.
So we got Kinsey. Who's number 23?
Tristan Albert.
Tristan, what year is he?
He's in 11th grade. That's my boyfriend.
What's that?
He's my boyfriend.
Aha, that's why you're taking pictures.
Oh, 35 tried. Oh my goodness.
Off his head. Does he play soccer too?
No.
That was a good header.
No. I think he's too tall for soccer.
Who else we got in the game? Number 31?
I don't know him.
Okay.
I do believe that he's in 10th grade though.
Okay. Javen McComb there in the corner. Kinsey and Van Matra at top here. Oh, Javen's not going to hear the end of that one. Hitting the top of the backboard on that one. Javen's in my my TV radio production class, so I'll let him know about that tomorrow. And
does it not count?
well, the kid went up, his hands through the net, and it went through. I think it went through anyway. I think the ref might have thought he punched it out from after it went through the rim. If you punch it out, it still counts.
Oh wow!
But I think the ball. I didn't see the ball get shot out of there, so I think the ref might have thought he hit it out.
Yeah.
But no, I played a lot of basketball, so I like to talk hoops with the guys on the team that are in my class and stuff.
35. Edwin Espinoza Lopez made one.
As Webutuck scored 5 unanswered points so far this quarter. So it's 23-10. Well, we were talking about guys who could shatter backboards. I actually got the privilege of playing with one of the legends in the NBA. His name was Darryl Dawkins. They called him Chocolate Thunder, and he played
Really?
like in the 70s and 80s. And when I got out of college in the early 90s, 1993,
Yeah.
and I got the privilege of playing with the Harlem Globetrotters and the Washington Generals. I got to travel around the world and play with them.
That's so cool.
And at one point in my career playing with the Generals, Darryl Dawkins was hired to be a Globetrotter. He was retired from the NBA and stuff. So him and I got to talk a lot because he was one of the players that went straight out of high school and never went to college. So him and I would sit at night at the hotel bar or restaurant, and we'd sit and talk about basketball, but we'd also talk about our lives, like my college life. And he'd tell me all about the behind the scenes in the NBA. So it was really a lot of fun.
So cool. I know you
Great
heard
experience.
about Amelia Benjamin.
Yes, Amelia,
It's
she's
so
in my 8th period
crazy.
class also.
Like
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm really good friends with her, and I tell her one day when she's gonna be in the Olympics for running, like I'm gonna tell everybody I knew her.
Oh, I'm telling her she's going to need a videographer. I want to go do it. You know.
We're gonna be her entourage.
Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be a block on Van Matra, and it's a 15-point advantage for the Blue Devils still with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Well, yeah, I got to travel around the world. I made it to 38 countries and 48 states in the 3 years I played with them. And it was a lot of fun doing that, playing basketball, entertaining millions of people. It was a lot of fun. And then I went to live abroad. I went to live in Germany.
Germany?
And I played
That's so
professionally in
fun.
Germany for a couple years.
I didn't know that.
And while I was there, I talk about the sets and everything. Talk about I got to be an art. I went to college for art, for graphic design and illustration. And when I was in Germany, I got picked up by Warner Brothers to help build like a Six Flags theme park. It was under construction, and I became the on-site art director for Six Flags. Well, it wasn't Six Flags; it was Warner Brothers. So I got to go to my job every day and ride the rides before the park opened and check the aesthetics of each ride. And I had to make all the
So
signage for the park.
cool.
and we had a lot of theatrical shows in the theme park, and I was responsible for a lot of stage work, a lot of sets, and I got to work with a lot of people out of Burbank, California, that they'd fly over to put the sets in. Then I was responsible to maintain them after they left, because they'd come in to get a show going, and they'd be there for a couple months, but then the show would stay all season. And anything that went wrong, if a prop broke or if the set broke, I'd have to go fix it overnight so it was ready for the next day, kind of thing.
I'm gonna paint some of the sets for the high school production of Grease.
Yeah.
Which is pretty exciting. I'm hoping to paint the car. Grease Lightning, I'm hoping to paint the car.
Yeah. Nice.
Painting sets just seem so fun.
It was. I mean, I got to do that for a whole theme park, the facades of all the different areas of the park.
Like, there's people who would go to those and they would be like, wow, like this is so, they would probably take pictures in front of stuff that you did.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I have pictures. If you're ever interested, I can bring some in and show you sometime. Come down to the studio. But I have pictures of, like, at the theme park, I was in charge of, like, theming, like, Main Street, USA. Another 3 by Webutuck. It's a 31-14 game now. But I was in charge of theming different areas of the park. But as the art director, I was able to hide little pieces of myself in the park that no one knew about.
That's
like when
so
I played
cool.
basketball, my number was 42.
Yeah.
So at one point we had a police academy stunt show in the park, and I had to theme a snack, an ice cream cart that they made. They had to make it look like a police car. So what number do you think I made it look like a police car? You know, police cars have numbers on them. I made it 42 because that was my number.
And it's just like a little bit of you that nobody really knows, but
Exactly.
like you can look at it.
I can look at the picture and tell everybody, hey, I themed that, and that was my number. Like at one point, we did a Lethal Weapon. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Lethal Weapon. It was a really popular movie back in like the 90s and stuff with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and stuff. But they had a roller coaster called the Lethal Weapon Octobahn roller coaster.
Yeah.
And the queue line that you stand in line for 20 minutes or an hour before you get to the ride. They did like sets of the movie, of like different parts of the movie. And one of them was where a car drove through a lighting shop or a lamp shop. So I had to theme that. So I had to go out and buy a car that was wrecked and flip it over and put it in this facade that looked like a broken storefront. But then I had to theme the broken glass and like the door to the storefront. So I made it Lukaseski's Lamp Shop, because my name is Lukaseski. Because no one knows what the name of the lamp shop was that he crashed through. No one paid attention to that.
So you just had to make it your own.
So I made it my own, and I tell artists that all the time. I say it's always good to hide a little piece of you in your art.
Yeah.
Nice shot there. That was number 15. What was his name again? You told me.
Jay Velez.
Jay Velez. Nice shot. I can tell he has a nice stroke, by the way. He shot the first one that he missed, and he was able to figure that out. And Webutuck coming back with another 3-0.
Braden Humbert.
So it's 34-17 here. Now who's that, number 12? Who just shot that?
Christian Bruce.
What is it?
Christian Bruce.
Kristen, last name?
Bruce.
Bruce?
Yep.
Okay. That's Alan Ebrick with the rebound. I think he plays soccer too.
I think so.
Nice shot by Douglas, looking for the foul. I think the referees are trying to keep the game moving here.
Got our cheerleaders doing their little chants.
Yeah, as you can see, the Blue Devils have called off the dogs, as they say. They're not putting all the pressure on the players. And it's getting them a little confidence. It's number 13 for Webutuck, hits his second 3.
Yeah.
And that's going to be out of bounds. And someone.
All right?
Okay, looks like he got stung, or he may have got.
It's gonna be a little bruised later.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He got. Sometimes it's a stinger, like where your leg goes numb or some funny bone, or.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Webutuck.
35.
Coming back now, under 13 with a minute and a half to go in the first half.
I think Ellenville's gonna put that pressure back on.
And who's that number 4 for us? Just got called for the travel.
Gio Velez.
Gio Velez, okay. Yep, Gio trying to make too much happen there. He got called for the travel as he tried to split the defense. There he is, nice hand by Velez.
Oh.
Tried to switch there underneath the basket. He's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. So need a 5th team foul for Webutuck. Not bad for a minute to go in the half. Only 5 fouls, 1 team and 2 for the other. So if you see the scoreboard, that's what that means. The fouls on the right and left. So there's 5 total team fouls for Webutuck and 2 for us. And there you can see number 11. That's his first foul.
Oh, wow.
In the center. So
Yeah.
you know their player number, and the number on the left is how many fouls. Because in basketball, in high school, you only get 5 fouls. You're out of the game. On your 5th foul, you got to go out of the game.
Oh.
So you keep a track of that. If you get in foul trouble, sometimes you got to sit the bench because you're in foul trouble. If their coach wants to save you to the end of the game.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, in case they need you, in case it's a close game.
Yeah, I'm trying to verse myself in basketball. I only know a few things.
Well, I can help you with anything you need.
I recently learned what the shot clock was. I didn't know what that was. I was like, there's just another clock there.
Yeah.
What?
Nope, that's how many seconds they have to hit the rim with a shot. If they shoot an air ball, it doesn't reset. But if they hit the rim and they get the rebound, it resets for them. You see, right now it's turned off because there's less than 35 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah. What happens if it goes out and they didn't shoot?
That's fine. See, they just went out of bounds now, so they get the ball back. But still, it doesn't reset because there's no more than 35 seconds left in the half. So
Yeah.
they have 18 seconds to get a shot off. Nice fake there by And now the Blue Devils should hold it for the last shot at 10 seconds here. Webutuck to get them a 0.7 seconds on the clock.
I used to not understand why they have like the barely seconds, but
Look at
sometimes
that.
they just chuck it.
All right, and that is half. So at the end of the first half of play, it is the Blue Devils of Ellenville 40 and Webutuck 23. So we are ready to resume action here. All right, Haley and Mackenzie are back. Ava's on the camera. And we are good to go.
We're back.
And Blue Devils, starting with Kinsey and McComb and Van Matra and Jackson and Douglas to start the second half. A lot of nice ball movement there. Van Matra, no good, but rebound by McComb. Nice tip from Jackson. We call 3 seconds on the Blue Devils.
What does that mean?
Well, when your team has the ball, you cannot stay in, like ours is the key, the box there.
Yeah.
You can't stay in there for more than 3 seconds. You have to keep moving. You can't set up tent. You can't stand there and ask for the ball. You got to keep moving. As a defender on defense, they can stay there all they want. So you got to keep moving. You step out of the box, then you can go back in and you get 3 seconds. And a lot of times referees give you 4 or 5 seconds, but if they're calling it the right way.
Got to make split-second decisions.
Yeah. Well, it just makes it so like a dominant post player can't just stand there and
Like the whole
push
time.
push someone out of the way. And
Yeah.
the Blue Devils with another bucket there. 14, no good for Webutuck. As Kinsey looks to push it up now. Tries to sidestep the defense. No good on the layup.
I think Jason dreams about basketball.
Yes,
Like
he's
little floating basketballs.
yeah, he has a passion for the game, which is a good thing to have. That's what I had, and I got to travel the world doing it.
I think he'll get far. I think he might travel the world too.
He can go as far as he wants to. That's what I try. That's what I try to inspire in the kids. It doesn't have to be basketball. It could be anything you want to do. Like you like painting sets. Guess what? They need sets painted all over the world. When I was in Germany, I worked with a bunch of professional set painters from England. So they were on a 2-year contract to live in Germany to help build the theme park.
Since you were in Germany, like, do you know other languages besides English?
I speak a little bit. Ich spreche die Deutsch ein bisschen, which means I speak a little.
Oh.
But the longer I've been away from it, when I lived in it, I spoke it more. Now,
it's
I
not
don't.
really in your life, so you don't really think about it.
Exactly.
That's
Just like in high school, I took French, and I was a good student. I did pretty good at French, but taking it as a class and actually living it. But when I was with the Globetrotters and the Generals, every time we traveled to a French-speaking country, most of the guys followed me because I knew how to speak French the best out of all of us. Whereas I would go with guys who spoke better Spanish when we went to all the Spanish-speaking countries because they took it in high school or they might speak it fluently. And then over time, you pick up a little bit, little things here and there, like how to get to a hotel or where's the bathroom or how to order like spaghetti bolognese. Because that was a safe food in any country.
That's how I am with Spanish. Like, I know enough that I could go to a Spanish-speaking country and I could get around.
Yeah.
But people would be very obvious that I do not really know Spanish.
That's a travel. See, he started running with that ball before he dribbled it. That's why the referee called the travel on him.
Right. That's why they like stand on their one foot and like swivel around.
Yeah, that's called a pivot foot. You can't, once you establish your pivot foot, it could be either foot, but once you establish it, you got to keep, that one's got to stay anchored until you either dribble or you pass the ball. Douglas with the free throw jumper.
I should not have gotten a crunchy food.
Yeah. So that blue box, it can be called the lane or it can be called the key.
Yeah.
If you step in the key or the lane, that's the. Nice sportsmanship there between Douglas and number 13 there. Three-pointer for number 35. Tell me who number 35 is.
I think that's it's Edwin Espinosa.
Okay. All right. And 35 got the ball again, trying to go coast to coast, puts it up, and it's going to be good. Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good. He just threw that up there as he got fouled, and it just rattled in and went in for him.
He was like, I might as well try.
Yep, exactly.
And it went in.
Well, there's an old saying, too. You ever hear this one? Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I've never heard that.
You understand that saying?
Well, yeah.
If your clock is broken, right? Say it's stuck at 12:02, and it's broke, it doesn't work. Guess what? Twice a day it's going to be right, because it'll be 12:02 twice a day, AM and PM, right?
Yeah.
So even a broken clock is right twice a day.
It's like they're playing monkey in the middle.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing when I coach kids in basketball, I always try to tell them that the ball can move faster than you can dribble it. No matter how fast these kids think they are, they might be really fast. But guess what? If I throw the ball, I'm going to beat them every time.
Yeah.
I'll give you a head start. I'll let you start dribbling. I'll throw the ball full court faster than you can dribble the ball full court. So if you learn to pass the ball quick as a team, it makes the defense can't move fast enough. And if you have good peripheral vision as a team and you pass, to your open teammates, you get wide open shots like they just did. They just played back and forth until one of them was wide open. A 20-point advantage. The floater for number 13. What year is he?
He's a senior.
Senior, okay. Kinsey comes back with another layup. Slicing and dicing through the middle there. 13 comes back at him, and he's going to get fouled. So they're saying he got hit in the head. That's what they're calling the foul, because the player got inadvertently hit in the head. I did see Ellenville senior Rad Marino in street clothes. They're not playing tonight.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know, I saw too.
what's the student behind him? He's not. He's in street clothes too.
Dylan, he broke his nose.
Dylan, what's his last name? In the blue shirt,
Nero.
blue t-shirt? Nero, that's it, yeah. All right. That's funny. I have one of those plastic masks in my car. My daughter, who I told you played for Kingston, her teammate broke her nose a few weeks ago. She wears a mask on the court, and she left it in our car the other day. My daughter used my car to take her someplace. And I'm like, where did this come from? I got this plastic mask in my car. Kinsey looking up to Jack. Great pass.
Oh, yeah.
That was a beautifully timed pass right there. And they're going to call an and one there where number 14 didn't do anything. He just ran by him. What are they calling? He didn't even say what the foul was. He just he just had fouled number 14. Usually the referee's got to give a symbol of what the foul was. Like he's told to hit in the head, or he said it's a block, or whatever it might be. He just called a foul, but didn't tell us what it was.
He just decided that there was a foul.
Yeah. There's Gio Velez in the game for Jason Kinsey. Jackson to the line, makes his free throw. Nice pass.
That was a very fast pass.
Yeah. And McComb unable to handle that one, let it go out of bounds, and Webutuck will get the ball back. Who's that number 23 again in the game now?
Tristan Albert. Oh.
I'm just having fun.
35 is back at it.
Yes, he is.
His shoes are nice. They're pink.
Yep. And Matcher no good there. Rebound. Nice hustle by. Who's that with the ball on the ground? Who's that? All over the court.
All over.
Nice hustle.
I didn't know that they could like hold the ball on the ground.
You can. Technically, like if you grab the ball and slide, they used to call travel. Now for some reason they let you slide on it, but if you try to get up without dribbling, then it's a traveling call.
Yeah.
But if you start dribbling, and if you can dribble and stand up at the same time, it's okay. The referees aren't supposed to call it travel. It is, and not done very often. Oh, he was fouled on that one. That's going to be 3-point shot. Who fouled him? Number 23 again. Now you got to tell me, is he number 23 because he's a Michael Jordan fan?
Yeah. He really wanted it, and when he got it, he was so excited.
McComb looks like he might be hurt down on the ground.
Oh, no.
Look at nice sportsmanship there by Webutuck. But see right there, that collision in the air. But as long as the Webutuck defender goes straight up and down, they don't call it. That used to be a foul call. But now they've changed the rules in basketball that if the defender's jumping vertically straight up and down, that collision doesn't matter. It's not a foul. McComb with the steal. Velez have been match. Oh, we got it knocked away though by number 24. And that's going to be a foul on number 31, it looks like, as the referee going to call the push on that. See, he gave a symbol there. It was a push.
Yeah.
He still didn't give us a tell what the other one was, the other foul.
I could not make that throw to save my life. I can't even really make it if I'm right next to it.
Well, you got to practice. That's supposed to be the second easiest shot in basketball. It's called the free throw because there's no one playing defense on you, but it's 15 feet away from the basket. So the easiest shot is a layup.
Yeah.
Because you can do that right next to the basket.
Oh boy. 14 is not giving up that ball.
Going to foul there. Who are they calling out on? They just called a foul, I believe. Look at it, kicking his finger. 31, okay.
I forgot which fingers were which for a second.
Yeah, because like I said, when they talk to the scorers table, they got to give them, instead of, like, what number would that be to you?
13.
No, but it's really 31 because if I throw it to you this way, it's 3-1.
Oh.
So as a referee, you got to do it backwards to the scorers table to say it's foul number 31, not 13. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. 13 has stumbled into the bleachers.
Yeah, you heard that. That was a hard hit, but boy, that's good hustle. I'd love to see that in a player. That's one thing you can't coach is hustle. If the kid doesn't have the heart to hustle like that. And that'll be a timeout for Webutuck. With 21.8 seconds to go, down 22. I'm not sure who called the timeout, though. I said timeout, but it might have been a timeout for Coach Bonnets, too.
Yeah.
You see so far this third quarter, we fouled them 6 times. They've only fouled us once. And in boys basketball, if they get a 7th foul, then they get to shoot 1-and-1, no matter whether they're shooting or not. They get to shoot 1-on-1 means they get a chance of making 2 free throws. But if they miss the first free throw, the ball's live. If they make it, they get a second shot. So it's 1-and-1. If you make one, you get another one. If you miss it, then it
just goes back.
Yep.
Do you normally commentate any of the other sports?
Yes, we do soccer. We do football. We do boys and girls soccer, football, boys and girls basketball. That's about it. We try to, we've had Miss Schoonmaker. She, in the past, she's done some field hockey games for us because she knows the game. See, I know basketball like the back of my hand. I'm a football fan. I can do football. Mr. Buckler, Webutuck with a 3-pointer at the buzzer. But like football, I know it, so I can do it well. Mr. Buckler's learned how to do it, but Mr. Buckler's from England. He loves soccer, so he does great at doing soccer games. So a lot of times he'll do a lot of soccer games in the fall because he's better at it. You know, he knows the game better.
I wish I had known because I play field hockey, but this season I was out because I had heart surgery.
Did you?
I had heart surgery 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Oh, my, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but the issues that came up happened during the season, so I kind of just sat there.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I had a heart condition, but I was born with it. I'm fine now.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. I mean,
but
it's amazing. You had heart surgery 2 weeks ago, and you're here on the microphone with me now. That's awesome.
It's interesting to watch the game because it was the first time I really ever watched when I wasn't on the field because I'm a goalie.
Okay.
So I'm normally there most of the time.
Yeah.
And so it's weird to watch the game when you're not in it.
Yeah. You see it from a different perspective, and you see on the field, it's hard to see the ball there or something.
Yeah.
Yep, no, I totally understand.
And this is nice because even on the field hockey field, you don't get this elevation like you do on the bleachers.
Well, we go up on the dike when we film the games. So we go up on the dike there in the hill and we film it, but it's hard following that little ball because you want to zoom in with the camera, but the ball can go so fast that you don't want the camera to be jerking around either because someone watching it's going to be like, "What? Oh my God, I'm getting a headache." You know what's going on? So I tell the students who are filming it to try to zoom in as best they can, but follow the ball smoothly.
Sometimes it's hard to see that ball, especially if the sunlight's on it because it's yellow.
Yep.
It's the
on the green grass. Yep.
One time they put a neon green, and I was like, "Guys, can you change the ball? I can't see it."
Yeah. I see. I'm making sure. See, we have a camera right over there behind the gate there.
Yeah.
That's shooting up to get the scoreboard that we have inset into our shot here.
Oh.
But see, there's some spectators that are sitting close, so when they get up, sometimes they block it. So sometimes I'll have to ask them nicely, can you guys move? Or
Yeah.
But that's why if you look next to the gate, I put that box there. There's a plastic box so people don't sit too close to it. So it usually avoids people, you know, so I do that on purpose.
Yeah.
So people don't sit there.
I wondered what camera was that.
What's that?
I wondered which camera, because
Yeah.
I didn't see a camera pointing at it, so I wondered where.
Yeah, that's what we try to do because, like during field hockey games, we can't do that. We can't inset we can't inset a second shot into a, you know, so we don't know how much time's left in a half.
Yeah.
Or anything. The same thing like with football. We don't do it either. We can't do it with football either. But in football, we keep going back and forth to the scoreboard because they don't, like in basketball, they score it a couple times a minute. You know what I mean? So the score changes constantly. Whereas football, you know, they score a touchdown. It takes a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Well, speaking of football, who are you rooting for the Super Bowl? Are you excited?
I am. I mean, neither one of the teams are top of my list.
Yeah.
So it's tough. My oldest daughter, she happens to live in Pittsburgh. She's in grad school in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And she's a Patrick Mahomes fan. Not really a Chiefs fan, but she loves Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback.
Yeah.
So she's rooting for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'd have to say Philly, only because they haven't been there in a while, and they're the closest thing to New York. I mean, even though a lot of times the Giants and Phillies are rivals.
Yeah.
But I'm not a New York Giant fan either, so it's not like going against my home team or anything.
My Nona, she's an Eagles fan. And it's funny because she's married to my Nana, who's a Cowboys fan.
Oh.
And so football games at their house is very interesting, to say the least.
Well, it's funny. I heard a joke recently. I thought it was funny. You can say it about any team, but I'll say it about the Cowboys just so you can reuse it if you want to at some point. But talking about boyfriend girlfriends, it's like why is it better for a boy to date a cowboy, a girl who's a Cowboys fan?
Why?
Because they're not expecting a ring anytime soon. Because they're not going to put a Super Bowl ring. You get it? But it's pretty fun. It's a pretty cool joke, I thought. But you can say it about any sport. About, you know.
My mom's a Cowboys fan. I'm going to say that to her.
All right. Because they're not expecting a ring anytime soon. I say that. We talked to, like with baseball, I've always been a Yankee fan since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yankees all the way.
Yep. And there's always a joke between the Yankees Red Sox. They say, what's the difference between a New York Yankee hot dog and a Boston Red Sox hot dog?
What?
You can still eat a Yankee hot dog in October. You know, when the playoffs are, because the Red Sox are they're gone home for the season. But, you know.
Definitely.
In the last 10 or 15 years, it was different because the Red Sox started winning World Series. But back when I was growing up, they hadn't won one in 86 years when they first won their first World Series, 5 or 10 years ago? So my whole childhood up until their first, they never won a World Series. So I could always brag as a Yankee fan. You could always brag against the Red Sox fan.
Yeah, I love seeing the Yankees. I moved here a couple of years ago. I lived in Utah. I've always been a Yankees fan, but it's fun to move here because then I could actually go to the games.
Okay. So where in Utah did you live?
Just right outside Salt Lake City.
Okay. I used to fly in. I mean, I played at Salt Lake City with a jazz player with the Globetrotters, but I also had another job I didn't tell you about. When I was off from the Globetrotters, I'd have 3 months off a year over the summer. I was a job as an art director for a company called Sea Tour USA.
Yeah.
And they provided ski maps to all 180 ski areas across the country. So you had the canyons out there, right outside Salt Lake City. Well, I used to go there. That used to be one of our key resorts that our boss used to have. We used to do advertise at the ski areas, like Poland Spring and Pontiac and Baby Bell Cheese, Kodak cameras, all big companies. And so he used to have all the reps come out, and he'd throw a party for him out there at the canyons in Utah.
Really?
So I used to have to fly out there, and all the stuff that I designed, they would put in a truck and send it out there. Then I'd have to be there to make sure that it was all constructed properly for this weekend event or whatever it might be.
I think Utah has to be like one of my favorite states for I haven't been to too many states, but the scenery is just so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Me and my grandma, we would go hiking in Little Cottonwood Canyon all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful. And the national parks, I've been to all the national parks that are in Utah. I was only in Canyonlands for 5 minutes though, because it's pretty scary.
It's an offensive foul call there on Van Natra as he tried to take it hard to the basket, but number 50 stood there and took a charge. And 4 minutes to go. The Blue Devils with a commanding 23-point lead. Nice take by number 5 for Webutuck for the layup. As the Ellenville defender there, number 21, had his back turned, unable to provide the help defense. Van Natra with the fadeaway mid-range jumper out of bounds. Nice turnaround shot by number 13.
He does have a hustle. He's all over the court.
He is.
I wonder if he's a captain.
Oh! Remind him, 2:54 left in the game, what he did.
Just a little miss.
Trying to get in the scoring column right there. And, oh, that was his last chance, too. Look at that. Alan Ebert comes in the game. He was already sitting there, but.
It's okay. It happens.
It does. That's what you fight to make it do it the next time. Do it quicker.
Yep.
He could have made it first time. He was being very unselfish, which is nice to see. And he handed it to his teammate for the layup, and he handed it back to him. So. Now, like I said, I like to, when I playing basketball, and I used to coach kids and stuff over in Germany and when I was over there. And I always liked the kids that would hustle, because my job as a coach is to teach you to be a better basketball player. But like you see, you talk about number 13 for Webutuck all night. He's all over the court. He's not never say die kind of attitude. That's what I always look for, because that's what I want to coach. I want to coach high energy kids that already have the energy. I just want to show them how to be better basketball players.
Because you can really tell, like, it changes a whole mood if it looks like you don't want to be playing, or if you just want to.
Well, one of the biggest things they say is watch what a player does when the camera isn't on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when a kid gets taken out of the game, I watch what they do when they go to the bench. Do they high five all their teammates, or do they get mad and they're coming out of the game and they go sit on the bench? Do they cheer for their team when they're on the bench, or are they too busy trying to check their phone or talk to their fans, their friends in the stands, or, Yeah. Because I want kids that are focused on and off the court, because I always found as a player, I could learn a lot when I was sitting on the bench. I could see what my teammates were doing. I used to love getting a break on the bench where I could watch what the other team was doing. So when I got in the game, I had the advantage. I know that player is only right-handed. He's only going to dribble right to his right. So I know where to over. Whereas if I started a game on him, I don't know that until he might beat me once or twice. You know what I mean?
That's why I like being goalie, because, the goal is to, when you're winning, the goalie isn't doing much. Yeah. And so the days that we're having, good games, I can really see. Yeah. I'm just standing there.
Well, I'll have to make it. See, I make shirts like this for myself. I have a press at home as a graphic. I have a machine that makes signs and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
And my nephew is a goalie for the SUNY Ulster men's soccer team. Yeah. So for Christmas, I made him a T-shirt that said, "My goal is to deny yours."
That's so fun.
So I thought it was really cool, and it shows him stay like a silhouette of a goalie with a ball or something, and then another one I had like a goalie diving to block a ball. So I did one. I asked it on a glass also. On a glass, my goal is to deny yours. I thought it was a really cool sign for a goalie.
Yeah. I always like seeing fun little the silhouettes on cups. My grandma, sometimes she'll get me water bottles that'll have little goalie silhouettes.
Yeah.
Because the field hockey goalie wears quite the equipment.
A lot of,
So you don't.
But you got some really bright jerseys you wear too, though. I like that,
yeah.
the bright.
I've been trying to find. I really want a pink one, but I would need to get it customized so that I could put my number on it, and it's so expensive.
Well, now you know a guy who can help you with that.
I do.
Just let me know.
Gotcha.
I'm at home now currently making, I can show you a photo. Not my foot. You don't want to see my foot. Where is it? Here, this is my daughter who plays for Kingston. That's her.
Oh, she looks like you.
Huh?
She totally looks like you.
But see the shirts they're wearing? I made these shirts, and it says Ball In. It's got the Kingston Tiger on it. I made those shirts for them. But I was going to show you, I'm making shirts for the boys swim team now. I have these at home. I got so I designed that. It's the Kingston Tiger silhouette, and I got like a swimmer diving into the pool. And it's for their sectional championships coming up next week.
That's so cool. I wish we had a swimming team.
So I
would love that.
I have 26 of these at home that I'm making for. And that's my daughter, her dog out in Pittsburgh. That's Gigi.
Oh my goodness.
And that's
so
her.
cute.
That's her with whipped cream. I'm about to give it to her. I've got a Great Dane at home, so.
Oh really? I have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She's the cutest little thing.
Yep. This is me and my Great Dane. This is the live shot. You can see her move her.
So gorgeous.
My wife took a good picture of. That's my daughter in Pittsburgh, and that's her. As we let the game get away from us, the Blue Devils with a commanding 71-49 lead. But like I said, with the video playing, we don't have to do play-by-play as much because people are watching it at home.
Yeah.
So as long as Ava doesn't not move the camera, we're good. Right, Ava? and the people at home get to learn more about us. See?
Yeah. We're now friends with all the listeners.
Foul number 11. Now, I saw Coach Bonnis go out the last time out and talk to the referees because I think he might have thought it might be getting chippy out there where the frustration setting in.
Yeah.
So you see the referee, I think the referees are blowing the whistle a little quicker now.
Yeah.
To avoid any possible confrontations with only a minute and a half to go and the game clearly out of hand.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing this for the Valentine's Day game?
What's that?
They have a home game.
Do they?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I will or Mr. Buckler will. So like Friday night, the girls play, Mr. Buckler's going to be here for that game. I did the girls game last night, and I'm doing a game tonight, so he's going to do that game Friday night.
You know, for about a year, I was lied to and, convinced that his last name was Mr. British.
Was Mr. what?
British.
British?
British.
Oh, British.
Like from Britain?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, no, 100%. It's so funny because he's British. His last name is British, I swear. I was like, Mr. B's.
I got to tell him that. I never heard that. I'm going to I'll tell him that tomorrow. That's funny.
And then one day, I don't know, I said it in front of him, and he was like, that's not my last name. And I was like, what? I was fooled.
That's funny. You know, it's funny because my first name is Tim and his is Alan. So we say Tim and Alan, and a lot of people know Tim Allen, the comedian.
Yeah.
He used to do a show called Home Improvement. Then he's been on a show. He's had another new sitcom for years now too, like Last Man Standing, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But he's known Tim Allen. He's been known for decades as a very famous comedian. So Tim and Allen. Hey, Tim Allen. The Blue Devils are going to dribble this out. As you see, the shot clock's turned off, so they don't have to shoot a shot without a violation here. They can just dribble the ball out. All nice show of sportsmanship there. But anyway, I want to thank you very much, Haley. It's been a pleasure. I hope we do this again.
I also hope.
And you know where the studio is, so anytime you want to talk basketball or field hockey, I'm around.
Stop by.